Hey you guys, Jill here. Welcome back to Whispering Willow Farm. It has been a busy day for us. We've been getting plants in the ground. Nathan's been tearing down some buildings that we're hoping to rebuild, and it's just been a full day. I did want to take a minute to show you guys the progress on our microgreens and part 2. This is going to be a really short video. There's not a whole lot to it, to this stage of the microgreens. However, it is a really important stage, so I thought I would kind of do a vlog and just let you guys hang out with me for a minute and then show you guys what we're doing with our microgreens. Before I go into the greenhouse with you guys, I did a thing. Quarantine has officially made me crazy. And this is one of those good crazy moments that I did and Nathan actually said yes to, so that was a big time win. But I would like to introduce you guys to the newest member of our family, Tula. Now, if that is not the sweetest sleeping baby Great Pyrenees puppy you've ever seen, I don't even know. She's a ball of fluff and a total joy. It was actually pretty simple to convince Nathan whenever I showed him a picture of her, because who really could say no to that? She's like the cutest dog I've ever seen. So I'm in the greenhouse. It's like 500 degrees in here. It's so hot. Yeah, so it's 80, not really 500, but if you guys remember from our last video, I started the trays. I put the empty tray on top of it with the 15-pound paver, and I literally just stuck them in my greenhouse. I haven't watered them. I haven't even checked on them, to be honest. So this is the first time that I've come in here to check on them. And so I'll show you what they look like, and we'll see if I was successful at this or not. You can see the sprouts coming up through there. So let's take this off and see what we got. Some of you guys may have remembered whenever we were sowing these seeds, I only had one 24-gram, I think it was like mild lettuce mix, and it didn't cover the tray very well, so I ended up adding in some beets and I think some black long radish maybe, and the tray wasn't as full as I usually do. So I'll show you what it looks like, and there is a lot of spottiness, and it really doesn't surprise me because typically I was using 2 of those 24-gram seed packets per tray. But I took them off, and it's really funny too because once you water them down really good, which is a super important step, I didn't touch this. It's been in my greenhouse, which is 80 degrees now, has reached up to 100 degrees, and it's completely, the soil's still moist, so that's really good. As you see, it's super germinated here and even, and we're good. And then when we get down here, which is when I started running out of the seeds, it's super spotty. Now what I could do is I could go in and put some more and fill that in and let it sit for a few more days. But I'm honestly not going to do that. I'm just doing these for my family, and that's why I think that it's super important whenever you are trying to figure out what seeds you want to do, whether it be pea shoots or sunflowers or some sort of mix or collards or radish, whatever it is, really do play around with weighing out how many ounces. And this is one of those things I'm still in the trial and error. Like, I'm still trying to figure this out. And so it would really benefit me to figure out how many ounces or grams or however you want to do it would be sufficient to fill this tray to where it's not so spaced. So that is something that I'm going to be doing more of. I'm going to be really trying to hone in how many ounces does it take to get good to where I'm not just germinated here, but I'm germinated all down here too. So I just really encourage you guys, hone in on that, figure that out, and get a good system that works for you guys. Clearly, we're learning together, which I think is really fun, but I still have so many things to learn. This is not a I do it right, do it like me. This is a let's learn together series, which I think is super fun because I'm learning a lot from you guys as well. So I think it's really important and it's really fun. So I'm going to go and water these again, and then we're going to go set these inside the house, and I'm going to show you what little system I've rigged up. So I've brought them into the baby's room. I'm using a different grow light this time because my other one is occupied with okra starts. I literally have this rigged up on her changing table, sitting on a tote of her wool clothes. So just be mindful. You guys can do this anywhere that you are. So you want to make sure, now if this was in a perfect world, this would be flat like this, right? But it's not. So I've just kind of got it pushed up against here like that. But the most important thing is that you want it to be hovering super, super low, which is important. And then as they grow, I can even lift the grow light higher and higher. And so I will leave these here for anywhere really from like 5 to 7 days. I'll leave these here and see what they do. But typically no longer than 10 days. So I'll check them on day 5. I'll check them on day 7. If they're not ready to harvest, I'll go ahead and let them go a bit longer. Okay, I came back down to the greenhouse because the baby just woke up and she is some kind of excited. But yeah, so once you put them in there, I will just keep checking on them. Probably day 5 if they're not ready, day 7. If they're not ready by then, I'll just continue to wait until like day 10 or so to see until they're ready to harvest. But as you can see, so we have one of those racks being ordered from Costco right now, which is super ideal. But I don't have it. So I'm growing microgreens in my baby's nursery from her changing table in a tote because that's what works for me. And that's the great thing about how versatile these are. A lot of us are trying to figure out what we can do to grow our own food. My setup is a bit crazy and it's working. So be encouraged, you guys, work with what you have. I keep saying that over and over again because I really do feel like it's important. A lot of times I kind of get wrapped up, well, I have to have this or this for me to be successful at it. And I think that proves that you really don't. So I just want to encourage you guys, work with what you have, even if it's in your baby's room, if it's in your basement, if it's in your closet. I'm sure that a lot of people could set up some really good systems in their closets. So thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I look forward to showing you guys the harvesting video of this and to see if I was successful or not. If I wasn't, don't judge me. I'm still learning, right? But thank you guys for hanging out with me today, and I'll talk to y'all soon.